Are we live again? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for being here. On this Saturday, we are on the Pope Watch. That's right, B Scoop and I bringing you breaking news, broken news, and everything in between. Oh, there he is. Oh, brother. Oh, he didn't. Where did he go? I hit B Scoop. Scoop.
Hey.
Yo, yo, yo. I think we're back.
Okay, great. Let me get my photo up.
Yes, please.
Oh.
What's so funny?
I had the. No, I'm just trying to get all the kinks.
Oh, you always loved the kinks.
There it is. Topic of the day. Yeah. What happened?
Oh.
Your mama.
Oh, here.
I got that in the soundboard. Wish it was a little higher.
Oh boy. Boopsie scoopsie. Do you want me to make your photo bigger and I'll go down, or?
Oh no, that's fine. I like that the way it is.
Your mama.
Because I think that
It might be
it
too
actually.
Go ahead.
No, I think the picture makes it. You can see the whole thing when it's like this.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know.
When I had the big screen, it was kind of off the screen.
Yeah, see, what's going on with this whole application? It needs to be really just reworked.
Now, why did I just pause there?
Oh, I thought that was you.
Nope,
you did
didn't
it.
touch anything. Let me see. Something's going on.
Really?
Something's going down
wow.
in the neighborhood.
What is it, your mama? Now that's
Of course, I left my backup 5G Wi-Fi at my aunt's in case I needed it, right? No,
Of
it looks
course.
like everything. Looks like our systems are up here. Let me do a speed check. Not funny.
Doge cuts are to pay for the extension of the $1 trillion tax giveaway tax bill, someone said.
Who's to pay?
The Doge cuts. It's to go to someone's toupee.
Your mama.
I don't know. Can they explain themselves?
I think he came in here a little while ago.
Oh, we did?
Yes, tell us more about Doge.
No, someone wrote it in the comments.
Oh, I see. I just, oh, God, I'm hearing myself from my computer. How about that? Does that solve it? Does that solve it? It's almost like when I click the buttons, it doesn't really respond.
It's not responding. I think it's just, yeah.
I'm going to restart this computer. That always works.
What's going on?
Oh, more updates available on my computer. Is that what's the problem? This did have an update, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That's why it took me even a little bit longer. I did have an update for TikTok on the iPad. And there's some sort of update here. Let's see what it is. Oh, blue sky.
Well, if everyone's just joining us, we're on the Pope Watch.
Yep.
What we know right now
has not
critical
popped.
condition, right? Critical condition, they're saying?
Yeah, I believe so, B Scoop. Let me take another look at the wording because, everyone wants to be the first when it comes to these things.
Right. So Elon's even on the story then. I think he should have his own live.
I think he'd make a great pope.
Yeah,
Sky News.
I really do. I think he should have his own live. You know how many people would go in just to watch him work at the computer doing Doge?
Yeah, a lot of idiots would. I mean, but he doesn't really know how to
There's an
do that. You
audience.
know, it's all
Oh, right, it's
pretend. Like he
teenage
just,
boys.
yeah, he buys companies. He doesn't know how to do all that. So Sky News, which is out of London, UK, reported just an hour ago that Pope Francis has had a blood transfusion and seems to
Oh.
be suffering more than yesterday. So I guess that's probably part of why the breaking news came out. So Associated Press 1 hour ago saying the words Pope Francis is in critical condition after suffering a long asthmatic respiratory crisis Saturday morning. Is it no, it's Saturday, yeah. So yeah, the words the Associated Press used are that the Pope is in critical condition as of an hour ago. So we'll see.
Okay.
In the meantime, we're happy to talk about
everything else.
Everything and anything. What's happening? What programs were cut?
For the vicar.
Okay,
He's a great pope. People are saying he's a great pope. So there you go.
He was
very nice.
He was the popiest pope.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Mahanda akasata, reke yamanda raboko sokota, ronda yakande eke seke la mama manda rabakase, meta rabakande la babakaso.
Now, if that doesn't get your blood poping. Ah, God.
Someone wants to know how many pew-pews does he own?
Oh, they're all coming out of the woodwork. They're all coming out of the woodwork today.
Well, everyone's just concerned for the poop. See?
Well, I mean, do you remember when he was elected pope, or whatever? It's elected, I guess. They vote and they elect the pope. Do you remember what happened after he was elected? What he did?
Well, I remember the movie Conclave, and whoa, what a twist at the end with that pole right in there. What?
Oh, they twisted it. They had to make sure. And when I tell you that twist at the end,
that twist, it's Conclave, a real twist, folks.
Guaranteed #1 movie today streaming is going to be Conclave.
There's and stick around. I don't care how bored you are, you're gonna scream with the ending.
So when Pope Francis was elected, and he was a very humble man. I mean, he was, but he refused to put on the red ruby slippers and the red gown and all that. He just wanted a plain. He did, if you remember this. He said, "No, I'm going to go out in this sort of white outfit that he's wearing in that picture. Nothing flashy, because they have those Pope red shoes, right? They're like the ruby slippers that Dorothy wore in The Wizard of Oz. They're all crusted." They're crusty. And so he said, no. And then he even changed the chair from this golden throne to just a regular chair, because everyone remembers Jesus said, yeah, I want more gold. And so, but after he was elected and came out and waved to the people and all that baloney, they couldn't find him because he'd gone back
off with Joey B.
He went back to the little hotel that he was staying at to pay the bill. Now they have, he did. He thought, I got to go pay my bill. I'm checking out. I'm going to be living in the Vatican now, because he had traveled from wherever he was, to vote in the Pope-a-thon, whatever that's called, the conclave. And he went. And so this, they have like a secret service. The Pope's guarded by a secret service type of, security detail. And I believe, it's the Swiss Guard and all that, whatever. And so they couldn't find him. The Secret Service, Vatican Secret Service was like, where the hell is the Pope? They didn't say hell, though, I don't think. And then he paid the bill and he went back, and now he's, God bless him.
He's on the way out. He's officially checking out of the inn.
Oh, it ain't Poper till it's Poper. Roadcaster and Telestream. No, the name of my soundboard is called a
Reminiscing
Roadcaster.
about yesterday's broadcast, even, it was so funny because several people were confused, as that was kind of the debate online too. People were
As
saying,
they should be.
is it a guy or a girl for the governor of Maine? And it was so funny because I was listening to it in parts. I said, oh my gosh. I said, this in itself was its own broadcast, just that own topic.
Yeah. Well, they're obsessed. That's all they think about is genitalia.
The tea people. And I'm thinking, this obsession. I said, Lucky's right. Because I was listening to you this morning. I was listening to it and I said, Lucky's right. There's like 10 people. What's this obsession?
Well, I would like to know, why are they obsessed with genitalia?
Right.
Seriously.
Seriously. So the Pope's in critical condition. And we don't know if, well, we'll find out.
Trying to figure out where that damn thing is coming from.
Now, wait, what do you hear? You're getting feedback on your end?
It's not feedback. It's coming out of the speaker on my little mini Mac computer.
One and dope.
So it's just in the distance. No, this is the new one, I believe, that I got for my birthday.
And don't throw that out.
No, it's a nice one. It's fast as lightning. And so it's just in the distance. And I should be whatever I click, I should be able to get rid of it, but it's still there. So I don't know. I restarted the computer. I can turn it off, which I guess I just did, but I don't know what that does. Anywho, how are you today?
Very good.
How far did you get with your walk? Do you keep track of the mileage?
Oh, yeah, not even I was only trying. So the watch said I only needed to do 5-minute walks this month, which was odd. For every month, it will give you a challenge. And you had to do 5 minutes of walking for 8 days, not in a row, but just 8 days before the month was out. And of course, who's walking for just 5 minutes? Nobody. So I mean, I can sort of see, why it delivers you the challenge that way, because you go, oh, that's nothing.
My next question is, why would it be 5 minutes? That's just the suggestion for your workout?
Because I've been given challenges that say you must do 60 minutes of a workout.
The other thing, I thought it was also based on steps rather than
it can be. Yeah, every month it's different the way I have it set up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I was given the option to put in my own thing. I decided to let them, whatever, this computer or whatever you want to call it.
Well, they rule our lives.
I said, no, you tell me how many to do. I said, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do anyway. So, but no, it will give you various challenges, and you get the little award at the end of the month. It says, yeah, you completed the task. Now next month, here's the next one, and yeah, it's
setting up my little fan. Now I'm hot.
It's kind of nice because it's kind of like having a coach or life coach kind of a thing. Someone
motivates you to keep going.
Yeah, it's motivation. It's silly motivation, I call it, I guess, because it's not it's just a gadget. But no, I think it's been great. And you'll get little vibrations to say stand up or go for a little walk but you can turn all of that off. I chose not to. I think it's great.
Yeah, because it gives you the motivation.
Exactly. And
I like that.
And it reminds me, because I get easily distracted, as you do too at times.
As I do, yep.
It's like, whoa. But, I have to tell you, I still walk, even though I'm not out for walks. I'm over 2 miles a day just doing things, just day-to-day things around here.
Trump, for the first 4 weeks, is the greatest president ever in the history of our country.
This is live.
Oh.
This is live from CPAC.
Let's listen in.
You know who he said second was? George Washington. That's not bad. I beat George Washington.
He beat George.
I love beating George Washington. Thank you, Bill. On our first day in office, we declared a national emergency at our southern border. After years of politicians using our military to defend foreign borders while leaving our country defenseless and helpless, we deployed a group of people, active duty troops, to defend our border and repel the invasion of our country. This was an invasion. You know, we had a great first term, a really great first term, and I called it an invasion. And we had great numbers, but now we have the best numbers we've ever had. We've never had numbers like this. We've done it all in 4 weeks. Think of it. That was Tom Homan, Christy Nome, the whole
You just
group.
fired the dude. It was so
When
bad.
day one I ended catch and release, I reinstated remain in Mexico when I signed an order that will end birthright citizenship for the children of illegal aliens. Because it wasn't meant for these children. It wasn't meant for people that escaped or invaded, came into our country illegally. It was meant for the children of slaves.
Oh,
Because when it was done many, many years ago, it was during a very tough period in this country's history, and that was meant for the children of slaves. I wish people would understand that so they could get this thing approved and we don't have millions and millions of people coming into our country and they shouldn't be here. This week I also canceled temporary protected status.
Again, Donald Trump.
From Haiti. They're pouring into our country. Pouring in.
Again.
How are they getting it?
Los cartos narcos.
If I weren't elected president, there'd be nobody in Haiti anymore. They were pouring in at
There's
levels.
nobody in
From
Haiti.
other countries too.
Haiti.
All over Africa, the Congo, all over South America. And they were coming in from prisons and mental institutions and insane asylums, jails, and gang members. And you have to see gang members, drug lords,
Sounds like
people
our
that
own
are drug
people.
addicted. They were sending them all into our ridiculous and very stupid Biden open border. Our borders are Kamala. Haven't said that name in a while.
oh, haven't said that name in
I
a
haven't
while.
said that name. No, I haven't said that name in a while. Kamala.
Kamala. It's a great
I'll
name.
bet nobody knows her last name. Nobody ever knows her last name.
Nobody knows
Even
her.
during the campaign, you'd have to say
Believe
Kamala.
this?
It's strange. You know, a little different name.
Do you believe
Kamala.
this?
Yeah.
Because her last name was Harris.
He,
I used to say
even that
Senator
woman who
Harris.
voted for him
Nobody knew
last
who the
night
hell I
said,
was talking
he's
about.
unhinged.
So I had to go Kamala.
Say it again, B. Scoop.
Even the people that voted for him are saying he's just unhinged.
And they changed him. I'm the only one that ever had to beat two people. I had to beat two.
He's a comedian.
We beat two. I didn't beat.
get it.
You beat. You beat two people. No, he was doing better. That's like
He's a
the great
comedian,
Dana
yeah.
White. He has a fight,
Yeah,
and
he's
one
a
guy's doing
comedian.
really
Yeah,
badly.
someone
So when they
said
take
that.
him out, they put another guy in the fight. The same guy. I had that.
What is he
Never
saying?
happened before. A lot of things we do never happened before. You ever notice
Yeah,
that?
you
We're
notice
the
that?
first in everything.
Yeah.
So we beat two candidates.
better
They said, who
yet.
do you run against? Well, we ran against Biden and we ran against Kamala Harris.
Nobody knows her last
But illegal
name.
border crossings now have plummeted by almost 100%. The border czar never called the border, never called the great people of the border. They have unbelievable. I called them so much they couldn't take my calls. They hated me. But then they became to love me. You know why? Because the border people want to have great borders.
What do you mean the
You
border
have to call
people?
them on occasion. How are we doing
What are the
today?
border people?
What does that mean?
Oh,
You have
shit.
to
My
call.
battery's going low.
Do we
How
call
is
the
that
right guys?
possible?
I
It's
became
plugged
friends.
in.
You know, the
Oh
border
my
patrol.
gosh. Really?
These people, you have no idea. They
Hold
weren't
on.
supposed to, because you're not supposed to do that. I don't think you're allowed to do it. Actually, they did it anyway. They said, this is crazy. But these are great people, and ICE, and our general law enforcement, and by the way, our great, great firemen and firewomen, too. They were great. They all endorsed us. With the police, we got high 90s in terms of, and many of them were unionized, you know. We have a young lady who's right now going for the Department of Labor, and she tends to be a little bit on the slightly left of center. And everybody said, why did I do that? I said, you know why I did that? Because unions like her and labor likes her and a lot of people like her, and she's very solid. Voted for us. They didn't vote for me. They voted for us. We got the Teamsters. We got the firefighters. We got the police. We got the auto workers. Were so great. We had tremendous support. So I think it's nice to give them a person in the center, because that's what she's going to be very good, I think. But a lot of people say, why'd you do that? I said, because I want to do something nice for these people that voted for me. Oh, gee, what a great political move that was. Now they're all saying, what a great political move. No, it's all common sense. Remember that. Remember that. Sean O'Brien was fantastic. The whole group, they were great. Over the past few weeks,
He's turned into a Saturday Night Live. He's
and then that of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a very moderate man, but like people running into
I don't know
our
if this
country and
iPad's going to
taking
stay
over our
charged.
country.
I don't understand.
I'll tell you, I had 4 years. I don't know if you had this. I couldn't stand it.
Oh,
Don't get angry. Donald, don't get angry, please.
Donald.
I couldn't stand it.
What's wrong with
people
him?
come in from jails and mental institutions and the worst criminals in the street, gang members being dropped off in buses and bussed into our country. I couldn't stand it. So I said, I'm going to run for president again.
Oh, God.
And now we don't have that problem. Now we don't have that problem anymore.
There's no problem. Isn't it amazing? We have no problems in this country, B-Scoop.
No, but there was a mass pew
We
pew.
don't have that problem anymore.
Oh,
We have
today?
the best border we've ever had.
Yeah.
And by the way, if they can ever find my world's favorite chart ever in history, I'll show you what it was when I left.
If
And now it's even slightly better. Can you drop that chart, do you think? I don't know. I never tell them about this, but they used to drop it like magic. If they can, they'll drop it. Who the hell knows? But it's my favorite chart in history.
My Fair Lady.
We're liberating communities like Aurora.
If this thing goes out, it's because the battery died, and I'll come back on my other device. But
Okay.
so you know.
That have been occupied
Well,
by
it
illegal
can only
alien
take so much.
criminals from all over the world.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
you've had enough of this?
No, no, your computer can only take so much of this.
Yes.
Destroyed.
We're fine. No, we're
And
fine.
under the Trump administration, our country will not be turned into a dumping ground. We're not going to do it. We're going to have a great country again. It's going to happen soon, a lot sooner than you think. And we're going to have so much money coming in from tariffs. Oh,
Uh-huh.
you're going to say, your senators and your congressmen are going to say, please, sir, please. You're making us look so bad. We have so much money coming in. I didn't know this was going to happen. Please don't do this to us. We look very bad. But they're great. They're doing well. I tell you, the Republican senators they're sticking together. The Republican congressmen and women are sticking together. Every once in a while, you have one that wants a little action or something. I don't know what it is. It's so sad to see.
I'm gonna try to switch this.
Okay.
Like,
Now, where is this taking place today? Do we? Did they say or? Oh. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties, I guess. Well, no word on the Pope, except that he was in critical condition. Lucky's trying to square away something over there, I guess. Something's happened to the host. Not quite sure. Collapsed. So we're just waiting to see if the Pope checks out. Well, I can't hear it. Oh, there it is. I think.
And you can't. And by the time you get to
does it sound okay to you?
a baseball player, he gets up and he hits our first one, and then the second at bat, he hits that one. And, and we have great confidence. And they've lost their confidence, as I said. They really lost their confidence. I watched them. They're really screwed up. I watched this MSNBC, which is a threat to democracy, actually.
Oh, God.
They're stone cold mean, but
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
they're all screwed up.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
all mentally screwed up. They don't know what. Their ratings have gone down the tubes. I don't even talk about CNN. CNN's sort of like, I don't know. They're pathetic.
He's mumbling and bumbling.
But MSNBC was mean. Their ratings are absolutely down. This Rachel Maddow, what does she have? She's got nothing. Nothing. She took a sabbatical where she worked one day a week. They paid her a lot of money. She gets no ratings. I should go against her in the ratings because I'll tell you, she gets no ratings. All she does is to talk about Trump, 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 Trump. All different subjects, Trump this, Trump that. But these people are really, I mean, they lie. They shouldn't be allowed to lie every night. They are really a vehicle of the Democrat Party. They should be paying. Is that Gordon? Yes. Is that Gordon? The great Gordon Chang? Is that Gordon? Stand up, Gordon. Wow. We have everybody here today. Thank you very much. How am I doing on China? Am I doing good? Am I doing good on China? Tell you one thing, nobody's ever done like I've done in China. Nobody ever let people know what was happening with respect to China. And I happen to like President Xi, and I have tremendous respect for the people of China, love the people of China. But we've been treated very unfairly by China and many other countries. And we're not being unfairly treated anymore. We had that down to a science in the first term. And then they lost it. You know, we lost over $1 trillion to China this last year under Biden, crooked Joe Biden. What do we like better, crooked Joe or sleepy Joe? Ready? Ready? Crooked Joe or sleepy? Ready? Crooked Joe.
What's wrong with him?
Sleepy Joe. Gotta stay with crooked. He had one ability that I didn't have. He could do something that I couldn't do. I don't say that because he was a horrible golfer. Remember, he challenged me during the debate to a golf match? He said, I'm a 6 handicap. I said, you're not a 36 handicap. He said he's a 6. And then he said, well, I'm 8. Remember? I said, that was quick. Picked up 2 sticks. He said, no, I'm an 8, but he's not a 36 handicap, but he had one ability that was amazing. He could go with cameras on him, television, fake news on him, probably because he knows they wouldn't cover it badly. You know, they covered him as well as you can cover him. How the hell can you cover the guy well? But he had this incredible ability. He could barely walk in the stand. Somebody thought he could baby Trump. And he'd walk in the stand pulling a thing that weighed about 6 ounces. You know those aluminum? See, aluminum's very good.
Aluminum, very good.
Child, it's meant for children and very old people.
Thank you.
So he would put it down, and he'd put it down, and he'd fall into it, and he'd immediately fall asleep in front of the media. I could never do that. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. I could never do it. No, he was Sleepy Joe, but he was crooked as hell. You know, there's no question. He was a sleepy, crooked guy.
Because I hate the motherfucker. How's that?
He was the worst president in the history of our country. I don't care. I'll say it. Jimmy Carter passed away recently, and he passed away a happy man. He was a happy man when he passed away because he said that it's not even close. Joe was the worst, and believe me, I have to clean up the mess. I'm cleaning up the mess, and it is a mess on the border.
This is where we stay.
To go over every single thing he touched turned to shit. Okay. It's true.
What a pig!
I'm telling
Look at him in the trash can.
It's true. That's true. Now Franklin Graham's angry at me. You know that. Franklin wrote me a letter. He said, I love your speeches. I love them. I love them so much. But they'd be better if you would never use foul language. And I told him, I said, Franklin, you know, Franklin Graham's a great guy, by the way, does a great job. The son of the great Billy Graham, right? But I said to Franklin, you know, sometimes you need it for emphasis.
Right.
And he said, no, they'd be even better if you wouldn't use any bad language. That's not really a terrible word, you know? But that's a much more appropriate word, a better. What word would I use to describe? What word could I use? It's, so, and we have to be truthful too. So, you know.
What'd you say? The audience sounds what?
It sounds fake. It's like canned laughter.
Oh yeah, like canned laughter. Yeah.
We will never take them back. Don't ever send them to us. But they said that during the Biden administration. They never said it during my administration. Venezuela's taking them back. Colombia's taking them back. Remember, Colombia said, we will not take them back, he said. And within about 13 minutes, I think, we would love to take them back. In fact, we will send our planes to pick them up. Remember? And they said, what happened? What happened?
What a pig.
And you see these Venezuelan planes loaded up with some real nice people. You wouldn't have wanted to be the pilot on any of those flights. But they know we're not playing games, and just this week I officially designated bloodthirsty cartels and murderous gangs as foreign terrorist organizations, something which Biden didn't want to do and nobody wanted to do. It's true. The full might and power of the federal government will now be dedicated to eradicating MS-13, Tren de Aragua. That's the Venezuelan prison gang. These are very nice fellows. The only thing good about them is they make our criminals look like nice people. It's true. Remember when they used to say, people that come in from foreign countries are nice people. These are wonderful people. These are good people. They're not murderers. They're not terrible. These people make us look like babies. Okay? You know the Hells Angels? They're among the nicest people on earth when you compare them to these thugs. And the Hells Angels actually love our country, if you can believe that. They actually do. But their members and their leaders in the United States will be hunted down. I'm talking about MS-13. They're hunting them down. We removed tens of thousands, MS-13, Tren de Aragua, rooted out, arrested, and expelled from our soil like the savage monsters that they are. We don't have anybody coming up from Argentina. Nobody's coming up from Argentina to facilitate the mass.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
To make available the full capacity and detention. We're going to use Guantanamo Bay. We have a detention facility that's actually massive. Nobody even knew it existed. Holds thousands of prisoners. We never used it. For 4 long years, you had a president who put illegal aliens up in penthouse suites in beautiful hotels on Park Avenue, on Madison Avenue, or on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. Now you have a president who is stamping their ticket to Gitmo on a one-way trip back to the places from which they came. Wonderful places.
Gorgeous.
Big difference. My administration is also moving swiftly to save the U.S. economy from the train wreck of inflation and worse that Joe Biden created. I withdrew from the one-sided Paris Climate Accord. It was a disaster. That was a disaster. I terminated the Green New Scam.
He just said he was a disaster.
Nice.
One of the greatest hoaxes ever played on this country is the Green New Scam. We spent
The Green New Scam.
nonsense and just a total hoax. It really set back our country, I want to tell you, monetarily and every other way. And I canceled Joe Biden's insane electric vehicle mandate where everybody has to have an electric. And if you want an electric car, get an electric car. If you want a gasoline-powered car, if you want to have a hybrid, you get it. The only thing you can't do is a hydrogen-powered car. You know why? They said it really works great, but when it doesn't work, you never find the body. It's a bet. That's a bet.
What?
Found the body on a tree about 250 yards up the road.
What is he
Seriously, bet. We'll leave hydrogen out of it for a little while, I think, or maybe.
Well, he's in a trash can.
To crush inflation by slashing spending, I imposed an immediate federal hiring freeze, a federal regulation freeze, and
With
a
his
foreign
Karen
aid
hairdo.
freeze. We're given to countries that hate us. We're giving billions and billions of dollars to countries that hate us. And I signed an order creating the Department of Government Efficiency. You probably haven't heard of it, which is now waging war on government waste.
Waging war.
And Elon is doing a great job.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Oh.
We love Elon, don't we? Is that guy? He's a character.
Oh, 1 second.
With his son X. We love X.
X.
He's the only one can get away. His son's really named X. He's the only one can get away with naming his son X. We haven't did it this age. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
But he's great. He's doing a great job, and he doesn't need this. He doesn't need it. But he wants to see. You know, he's a patriot. People said, "Well, what official position does he have?" I said, "Patriot." Oh,
Patriot.
They said that was good. He's a patriot.
Who
Here are
said
some
that?
of the flagrant scams that, as an example, they spent money on, and we've been able to recapture for a large dose of it, at least $520 million for a consultant to. I think it's $520 million. $520 million. You know, when I hire consultants and they just take advantage of me, it's a horrible thing to watch. And I give them $25,000. I feel I'm overpaid. These guys got $520 million. Environmental, social, governance, and investments in Africa. $25 million to promote biodiversity, conservation, and socially responsible behavior in Colombia. This is Colombia, South America, not Columbia University. Of course, that might be worse, actually, based on their actions.
What? He's an idiot.
$40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows where. Who are they? Where do they come from? Just sedentary migrants. Nobody even knows what a sedentary migrant is.
He doesn't know.
If they were sedentary, they wouldn't be a migrant, right? They wouldn't move. No, they wouldn't move.
Saturday Night Live.
They stay in the same place.
It really is.
$42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda. $10 million for Mozambique medical male circumcisions. Why are we going to Mozambique to do circumcisions? It's a lot of money. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia.
You believe this?
$86 million to a consortium of elections and political process strengthening ideas, of which $22 million goes to inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova. $29 million goes to strengthen the political landscape and help them out.
I mean, doesn't everybody want to hear an itemized list of...
Yeah.
You had to see who they supported. You wouldn't believe. Yeah, you would believe it.
You wouldn't believe
Nobody
it.
in this room would be in that group. $20 million for fiscal federalism and $19 million for biodiversity.
$1,900 billion.
$47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. $18 million for helping India with its elections. Why the hell? Why don't we just go to all paper ballots? Let them help us with their elections.
What does he
Voter
say?
ID.
Well, why not?
Wouldn't that be nice? We're giving money to India for elections. They don't need money. They take advantage of us pretty good. One of the highest tariff nations in the world. We try and sell something, they have a 200% tariff, and then we're giving them a lot of money to help them with their election. $32 million for the Prague Civil Society Center. $14 million for social cohesion in Liberia. $9.7 million to develop a cohort Cambodian youth with enterprise-driven skills. Think of that.
Yeah, think
Millions
of that.
of dollars for sex change operations in Guatemala. $20 million for Sesame Street in Iraq.
B-Scoop, can you stand it?
Play on the street. $20 million. You can do it on Broadway and have $19 million left over.
You could do it on Broadway.
What?
No, it's a scam. They get kickbacks and all sorts of things.
I think he might be a little light in the
I think it was
loafers.
$20 million Sesame Street. A play.
What is this all about?
We're also uncovering outrageous.
This is the conservative political action campaign.
This is the campaign.
Generally speaking,
Well, this is their conference. You know, they get together with all their other lunatic friends.
because not too many people are going over 100. Everybody, hopefully, in this room will. But there are in the Social Security ranks and files. And
We're
what
on
we're
Pope
doing
Watch.
now is finding out,
Pope Watch.
do they
Pope
get
Watch.
paid? Do they get paid? In other words, there's somebody taking all of this money. So they have over 100 to 109.
Oh, Michael Jackson is joining him.
Social Security numbers.
Yeah.
Think of that from people.
You put Michael Jackson on the screen.
100.
Oh, yes.
3.6 million people whose age is over 110 years. 3.4.
They're laughing at him in the audience. Did you hear it?
Over 120 years of age.
Of course.
3.9 million
Of course.
people whose age
So are we.
goes from 130 to 139 years of age. 3.5 million whose age goes from 140 to 149 years old. 1.3, see, it's coming down now slowly. No, it's all a scam. The whole thing is a scam.
Yeah.
1.3 million people who are over 150 years of age. And over 130,000 people are listed on our Social Security rolls as over 160 years of age.
Imagine he believes this.
1,039. So now we're down into
Like anyone's making
reasonable
real
numbers.
money.
1,039 people are listed between the ages of 220 years old to 229.
This is like 3 weeks
And we have
old.
one person who's listed at 241 years of age.
Do you believe this? This is the President of the United
We have
States.
one person listed at 360 years of age, an all-time record, and our country's 250 years old. So that person's substantially older than our country. Under
What
our
is wrong with
administration, there will be
him?
no tolerance for Social Security fraud. We will not allow anyone to cheat our seniors, and those who will do that will be prosecuted by Pam, Bondi, and others.
Please, God.
We're also going
I need
to
you. I love you, oh
Fort Knox. I'm
God.
going to go with Elon.
Elon,
Would anybody like to join us?
what is he saying?
Because we want to see if the gold is still there. We want to see. Wouldn't that be terrible? We open up this Fort Knox that's got nothing. It's just solid granite that's 5 feet thick. This front door, you need 6 muscle men to open it.
Oh, he's
up.
talking about muscle men.
I don't even think they have windows.
Like the
Wouldn't that be
loafers.
terrible if we opened it up and there was no gold there, honey? So we're going to open those.
There's something mentally wrong with this man.
7 tons of gold. We'll be very happy. I don't know.
There's something mentally wrong with this man.
No.
We want to see lots of nice, beautiful, shiny gold in Fort Knox. Don't be totally surprised. We open the door, we'll say, there's nothing here. They sold this too. No, we have a very corrupt group of people in this country, and we're finding them
There
out.
better be something in there.
We're removing all of the unnecessary and
He just makes
incompetent
it
and
up.
corrupt bureaucrats from the federal workforce. That's what we're doing.
Yay.
And under the buyouts, we offered federal employees more than 75,000 federal bureaucrats. Think of that. Have voluntarily agreed to surrender their taxpayer-funded jobs. We want to make government smaller, more efficient. We want to keep the best people, and we're not going to keep the worst people.
Go.
And, you know, we're doing another thing. If they don't report for work, we're firing them. In other words, you have to go to office. Right? Right?
Why are the flies around his head?
I don't
If you don't
know.
report to work,
It's
They
like
say
Mike
he stinks like shit, I'm told.
staying home,
His diaper is always shitty smelling.
cap would get down to very low number. You'd be shocked if I told you the real number, but I would be so good. I'd try and get on tour. I would be so good. I'd call up. I'd say, "Listen, I'm really working here. Where are my clubs? Where are my clubs?" Either that, or in many cases they have second jobs while they're getting paid by us. So one of the reasons they're leaving is because they don't want to have to show that.
Say it again.
Did you hear that person cackling?
Oh yeah, no, they're laughing at him because he's unhinged.
Ending that people, if they work for the government, they have to show up and sit in an office and do their job, right?
Yeah, just like you down at Mar-a-Lago
We've also
golfing.
effectively ended the left-wing scam known as USAID, the agency's name.
Jesus.
Has been removed from its former building And that space will now house agents from Customs and Border Patrol. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And at the ultra-left CFPB established, which was terrible. So many people have been hurt by that. I used to get calls from lending officers, from owners of small banks, and they were almost crying what they did to those people. They destroyed them, put them out of business. It was established by Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren. Does anyone remember the Pocahontas scam? I'm an Indian, therefore I'm entitled to be a senator. I'm an Indian. She said,
I'm an Indian.
could we see proof of that, please? She said, well, the only proof I have is my mother said I have high cheekbones. Oh, that's no good, right? Remember she went out? I really spooked her, I tell you. Remember she went out, she couldn't take it anymore. She's going to Pocahontas, Pocahontas. Everyone knew she was not an Indian. I had more Indian blood than her, and I have no Indian blood. I'd be honored to, but I don't have any, but I had more than her. You remember she went out and she had a blood
Los
test.
cartos narcos.
And it came back and she was so happy because it said 1,024th. That means everybody in this room had more than her.
Because I hate the motherfucker.
In other words, 1 million years ago, something could have happened. And she was so happy that she released it and she got killed. That was the end of her presidential career. She does not like me very much. But she's a very angry person. You notice the way she is? She's always screaming and she's crazy.
Yeah.
These people are crazy. The radical left is meaner. I don't know what it is, Doug. They're meaner than us, aren't they? We're like normal people.
Yeah, we're just a barrel of comfort over here.
So crazy. Of course, they'll take my little rant from 15 minutes ago, the fake news. He lost control on the stage. He lost control. And they'll have me having to do with Franklin, poor Franklin. He lost control of the stage. Oh, these people are bad. They are really sick, too. I don't get it. You think they'd want to love our country. They have no ratings anymore. Nobody listens to them. Nobody believes the fake New York Times. Washington Post is doing no business. They're losing all their business. Nobody believes them. But we've escorted the radical left bureaucrats out of the building and locked the doors behind them. We've gotten rid of thousands.
Yeah, great.
I withdrew the United States from the corrupt World Health Organization. I withdrew from the anti-Semitic UN Human Rights Council. The council is horrible, and I withdrew from the terror-supporting UN Relief and Works Agency. The UN has such great potential, but not the way it's run now. It's terrible the way it's run now. We stopped all taxpayer money to these corrupt institutions. And by the way, just so who the hell knows, we got to talk about something very important. The war between Russia and Ukraine. People are being killed, mostly young men, mostly Russian and Ukrainian men. At levels you've never seen before. Thousands of people are working. I've spoken to President Putin, and I think that thing is going to end. It's got to end. It's a horrible, horrible thing to watch. I'm dealing with President Zelensky. I'm dealing with President Putin. I'm trying to get the money back or secured because, Europe is given $100 billion.
I'm having a Pope asthma attack.
The United States has given $350 billion. Because we had a stupid, incompetent president and administration.
Smells like makeup and shit.
But here's worse. Europe gave it in the form of a loan. They get their money back. We gave it in the form of nothing. So I want them to give us something for all of the money that we put up. And I'm going to try and get the war settled. And I'm going to try and get all that debt ended. So we're asking for rare earth and oil, anything we can get. But we feel so stupid. Here's Europe. And it affects Europe. It doesn't really affect us, except we don't like to see two things. Number one, how Biden got us into this thing in the first place. Terrible. But why is it that he didn't ask for equalization? Europe should put up more money than us. But even if you said the same thing, how come we went so far out front? And he didn't know that Europe gets his money back. They did it in the form of a loan. We don't get our money back. We get nothing. So we're getting our money back. We're going to get our money back because it's not fair. It's just not fair. And we will see, but I think we're pretty close to a deal, and we better be close to a deal. Because that has been a horrible situation. It would have never happened if I were president. And by the way, October 7th, Israel would have never happened if I was president. It would have never happened. Iran was broke. They had no money for
the president.
Hamas or Hezbollah. They
He
had
doesn't
no money
take
to give
responsibility for
everybody else.
anything.
Jewish people in the audience know that Iran was broke. They were not giving money around. And when I got out, they took all the sanctions off Biden, and Iran became rich very quickly. With oil, you can become rich very, very quickly.
It was magic.
The rest is history. What a horrible thing. Even though the hostages are coming back, I saw it this morning where we got 6 more back. Biden got none back, by the way, just so you understand. None. 0. He would have never gotten any of them back.
Pig.
But they're coming back in pretty bad shape. It's a horrible thing, and many are dead. Many are dead. So we'll see how that all ends up, but it's a horrible thing. But I just want you to know we're working on that. That's a very big part of it. And I don't like talking about it because we're in the middle of negotiations. But
hey, Joe.
Will he come up?
It's a very.
Will he come up?
Your mama.
Never happened.
We're going to make that louder.
There was no way Russia was never going to go in, and they went in because of a lot of reasons, and so many people are dead. Far more people are dead than you're reading about. You know, when they blow up all these cities, all those cities they look like demolition sites. Every single building is down. All of those beautiful golden towers that are 1,000 years old, they're lying on the ground in smithereens, blown to smithereens. There's nothing left of them. They
like
just
a
lie
child,
on the ground.
a 4th grade vocabulary.
Not possible to rebuild them again. And all of that heritage is gone. People have done a really horrible job. That would have never, if I were president, 0 chance.
He is president.
A shot would even
That's
have been
what I'm
fired.
saying. He's
Wouldn't
in
have happened.
charge.
So sad.
So sad.
To further turbocharge our economy, we've launched the
what I'm
most aggressive
confused about.
deregulation
You're in
program
charge.
in any nation's history.
He doesn't know
And
that.
we're also going to be seeking the largest tax cuts in American history.
Well, let's
Again,
get the tax cuts
We brought
going.
them down, as
Something.
you know, from close to 40% down to 21%. Now we're bringing them down to 15% if you make your product in the United States of America. Defending the American worker like never before. The auto workers and the union workers and the Teamsters and so many others, they supported us, the firemen, the policemen, so many others, whether they were union or non-union, they all supported us. They supported, it was called workers.
It's
and they
called
supported
workers.
us at levels that
Be
nobody's
good.
ever seen before. Weeks ago, I imposed a 10% tariff on all goods coming from China because of the fact that they're sending fentanyl into our country.
Oh,
Through
he said the
Mexico,
word.
by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with Mexico, or I'm not happy with Canada either.
Uh-oh.
I imposed 25% tariffs on all foreign steel and aluminum, and I will soon impose reciprocal tariffs on any country that charges us. And by the way, the reciprocal means they charge us, we charge them, same thing. So nobody can be upset, right? But we have countries charging us 200%, and we charge them nothing. They charge us, we charge them. Our country's going to become rich again, very rich. I always say it's my favorite word in the dictionary.
Did he say bitch?
Tariff is my favorite word in the dictionary. You know, we were the richest relatively from, think of this, from 1870 to 1913. That was our richest because we collected tariffs from foreign countries that
he's so
came in and
stupid.
took our jobs and took our money, took our everything. But they charged tariffs, and we had so much money, they set up the 1887 think of that, a long time ago, 1880 commission. It was a commission of very important people to determine where we should spend all of the tremendous, vast wealth that we had. We had so much wealth. Wouldn't it be nice today? Of course, now we give it away to transgender this, transgender that.
Oh, you put it up
Everybody gets a
just in
transgender
time,
operation. It's
Scoop.
just wonderful.
Listen.
No, we give it away.
You
like,
knew it was
completely
coming.
things.
If
But
I
in
could
those
write
days,
it, I would
it
write
was
it.
different. It was a different world. It was a different country, but we were very rich because of tariffs. And I get myself in trouble because I say that tariff is my favorite word, and the fake news went crazy. What about God? What about wife and family? What about love?
What about love
I said, okay,
and God?
tariff is now my 4th favorite word. I got myself into a lot of trouble with that. You can't believe it. I said tariff is my favorite word in the dictionary, and I got killed by the fake news. So I say now, it doesn't sound good. Tariff is my fourth favorite word.
It's his fourth favorite word.
My fourth favorite word. It sounds so terrible, but this way I'm free. I ride free, you know. I don't get clobbered by the fake news.
Yeah.
But tariffs are also a powerful tool of diplomacy, and all around the world are moving quickly to bring back peace through strength. We have the greatest, I rebuilt our entire military in the first term. We left a lot of it, although a lot of it, but very small relatively, in Afghanistan. The Taliban has it. They have their parade every year where they take military vehicles and run them up some little street, and like it's their form of a military parade, and it makes me angry when I see that. Angry. When I see that, I get angry. We give them, I don't think anyone knows this, we give Afghanistan about $2 or $2.5 billion a year. Do you know that?
Do you know this? Do people know this?
Aid.
No.
Aid.
Did you?
We need aid ourselves. And I'm going to go back, and I told them yesterday, I want to look at it, but if we're going to give them money, it's okay. But I want them to give us back our military equipment that they have.
Now he's out of breath.
They're selling it.
Oh, he's losing steam fast.
Yeah, listen to
Write
his
something
tone.
up.
It's
No, I
going
want them to
down
give back. If
quickly.
we're going to give them that kind of money. Let them
Yeah,
give back the
the
military
Sudafed's wearing off.
They have tanks and trucks and guns and goggles. They have goggles. They have night goggles. Better than we have. Brand new right out of the box. It's unbelievable. So I want to do that, and I want to, if we're going to pay them, I want to get that equipment back, okay? Doug can do it. He's a business guy.
Look at this guy, Doug. Look at him.
How the hell did this ever happen?
How did this happen?
Can you believe it? We give them billions of dollars, and we gave them our military equipment. It's just tremendous numbers of billions of dollars worth of military. Billions and billions.
What
we have a ceasefire in Gaza, and we're joined today by several survivors of the captivity under Hamas, including Noah Argamani and Ilana Gretuski. Wow, look at that. How beautiful. What a beautiful group of people. Wow. Thank you very much.
What is he saying?
What is going on?
He's just babbling. You didn't know you were going to have this much fun today.
No, I have a headache from this guy.
We went from the Pope to the King. The King of the
And you're
fools.
sitting next to a great guy, Sebastian Gorka, who's also now in the administration. From day one, right, Sebastian?
He blocked me on Twitter.
He's been a loyalist from day
Oh,
one.
my
We love
gosh,
Sebastian.
really?
Thank you very much, Sebastian.
Yeah, he sent me a DM. Take me off your list.
We're going to make it work somehow,
Oh,
you know. We're doing the best we can. We started, it should have never happened. That's the sad part. Would have never happened. If I were president, that I should have been. If I were president, it would have never happened, but it did so.
Well, maybe it's not happening.
With it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
Is it
Doug, thank
with
you.
us are family members,
Okay.
some individuals who are
I'm sorry to give you a headache, but this is hilarious.
rest until
Oh,
all of
I never had a good
goodness.
laugh like this.
return back home. Some of them are
Wow.
coming home in very bad condition, and some of them are coming home only as bodies. They're dead. We have a lot of them coming home now. They're dead. And these are largely young people. Young people don't die. Young people are young people. They don't die like this, but they're dead. And the parents come to me and they say, please, sir, could you get my son back? How old is he, sir? My son is dead.
How old is he?
It's important, just as important as if that son were alive to get the body back. It's amazing, actually. Amazing. Just as important.
Oh, I didn't think I was going to have this much fun today.
Wow.
He is really popping off
He's
today.
on fire.
Look at that makeup. He's so golden brown.
He's wild.
It's amazing, though, the parents. The parents are strong. I mean, look, strong. What does strong mean? As long as their life is ruined, really, it's ruined. I see the people, but they come up to me and it's so important to get the body back. They know. And some are not sure. They're 80% sure he's dead or she's dead. But they have that little glimmer of hope, and I say, let them have that hope, right? Let them have that hope. But getting the body back is just as important as getting the son back healthy or the daughter back healthy. It's amazing to see when I see the level of intensity and love and sorrow and tragedy.
I know.
As I said in my inaugural address, it's my hope that my greatest legacy will be as a peacemaker, not a conqueror. I don't want to be a conqueror.
He's crazy.
Under the Trump administration, every day brings more good news for America. I've ended all of the so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion programs across the entire federal government and the private sector. And notified every single government DEI officer that their job has been deleted. They're gone. They're fired.
God.
You're fired.
That's great.
His skin reminds me of when a chocolate chip cookie's ready to eat.
There are only two genders, male and female.
Oh, the genders.
That was easy.
That was easy. There's three genders.
I banned men from competing in women's sports.
And everyone gets a bag of pretzels.
And I also proudly
a bag of pretzels.
Yeah, thank you. We banned the use of puberty blockers, hormone injections, and other chemical and surgical mutilation of your youth. Could you imagine making a speech like this 10 years ago? People would say, what the hell is he talking about, right? It's the sickness that came along with critical race theory and all of that, other things that we had to put up with. And it's all out now, critical race theory and transgender insanity. It's all gone from our schools and from our military.
Oh, my God.
And I believe it's gone, too.
And he believes it.
I think we've turned the heads of even the people that, if you can believe they're believers, I don't know if they were, but I believe that it's all gone. And I've directed the reinstatement of any service member who was expelled from the armed forces due to the COVID vaccine mandate. They will be returned to their former rank with full back pay.
God.
Full back pay.
Oh, God. Oh, is he
Not
sick?
great.
I bet he has COVID. Look at him.
He doesn't sound it.
No, he looks terrible.
I hope he's
government censorship from your voices and brought back free speech in America.
And we say Christmas
we didn't
now.
have Christmas. We do have it now, actually.
We didn't have it before.
Now, this was a very vicious regime. You know, I was put under investigation more so than the late, great Alphonse Capone, one of the great killers of the world. Trump, my father would look down my mother. How the hell did this happen to my boy? No, I was under investigation at a far greater level than Al Capone or anybody else, probably in the history of our country. These people are sick. They're sick. They're bad people.
He's revving up for a civil war.
As soon as I got in, I said, I'm going to hit him with the same stuff. But I ended his whole weaponization of our government and removed his hand-picked radical left Marxist prosecutors from the Department of Justice. I was so happy to do that.
Yeah. Karen.
They weaponized government. They weaponized government. I pardoned hundreds and hundreds of Biden's political prisoners, including Christians, pro-life activists, and the J6 hostages who were treated terribly for years.
Did he say sausages?
Sausages?
The J6 sausages.
We even got rid of people like Pete Buttigieg.
Oh, see? He's in love with cutie patootie Buttigieg.
What a bunch of losers. I revoked the security clearances of Anthony Blinken, Jake Sullivan, John Brennan, James Clapper, and every non-patriot who lied to cover up Hunter Biden's laptop from hell. We took away their security clearances.
Oh, he's so jealous of Hunter Biden.
Oh,
They're not allowed to enter any government building either. I also revoked Joe Biden's security clearances, the Biden crime family security clearances, and they'll no longer be allowed to access state secrets while selling themselves all around the world. Oh, well. Now, these are bad people. These are bad people. And I do that because this should never be allowed to happen again. What happened to me in this administration, what happened on J6, what happened on all of the things they did that were so bad, should never, ever be allowed to happen again.
What is he
And on a
saying?
friendlier note, I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. And we are restoring the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley in Alaska.
Oh, God.
As you know, many years ago, Jimmy Carter gave away the Panama Canal. And Panama started the process of giving the Panama Canal, by the way, the most expensive development ever in the history of our country, relatively. It would have been $1.5 trillion in today's dollars. 38,000 people died from our country building the Panama Canal. They died from mosquitoes and snakes. Think of it. They paid them 5 times their salary. They brought them to Panama, and they had a 25% chance of dying. They dug under nets so the mosquitoes wouldn't get them. But we lost 38,000, mostly men, laborers, construction workers, because it was such a harsh way to live. It was very brutal. They died. 38,000. Again, it was the most expensive thing we ever built, and they gave it away for $1 to Panama. And last year it made $5 billion. Also, that's one of the most successful projects ever built in terms of money, monetarily. And it's the 8th wonder of the world. It connects 2 oceans, with one being 16 feet higher than the other. Think of it, the Pacific and the Atlantic. Think of what that is. You're going through dikes and canals. Amazing what they did. It's really a wonder of the world. We gave it away for nothing. But we didn't give it to China.
Very phobic.
We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama. We're going to take back the Panama Canal.
Oh, God.
In a matter of weeks, we have restored America's pride, America's confidence, and America's spirit. According to a brand new poll from Rasmussen, the number of Americans who believe we are on the right track now exceeds the number who think we're on the wrong track. This is the first time in 23 years. That's hard to believe.
What a failure.
One poll where we're at 81%.
I keep thinking he's going to wrap it up, and he keeps going.
Because Rasmussen's been a good poll. First time in over 20 years that we've had.
We'll give him another 5 minutes.
Number on that. That's great. That's great. November 5th, 2024 will go down as one of the most important days in the history of our country. I'm pointing to Mike Lindell.
Well, he's Mike Lindell, the Pillow Man.
That man suffered.
Mr. Pillow, Mike Pillow.
To him, and they took away everything he had. He suffered, and Mrs. Lindell. He's a great guy. They went after him. It was just terrible. This was a vicious weaponization of your government. But he's all, I'll tell you, he stood up. He's all man. He stood up strong.
He's all man.
And nothing was going to faze him. And I want to thank you on behalf of everybody.
He's coming out as
put up
gay.
with a tremendous amount.
He's coming out of the golden closet.
And he never changed his mind. He said that election of 2020 was rigged. And he's more of a believer today than he was even 4 years ago. But now it's okay to say it, Mike. Now it's fine.
He's laughing at him.
Yeah, that's why, when it comes to a day where you can't challenge crooked elections, we've got a real problem in this country. And as of January 20th, 2025, the dark days of high taxes, crushing regulations.
It's only crooked when he doesn't win. When he wins, it was the most secure and the best, and everything was wonderful.
But he just
Those
said it
days
was
are
the most
over.
corrupt election.
They're over.
Yeah.
But we cannot stop now. We're going to push forward every single day. In the immortal words of that great American hero, Captain John Paul Jones, I have not yet begun to fight. And neither have you.
Well,
So together for the next 4 years, we are going to stand strong. We are going to work hard. We are going to fight, and win. Thank you to CPAC.
Here we
Thank
go.
you, Matt. Thank you.
Here we go.
Mercedes. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. God bless America.
Oh,
Thank
look
you
at
very
him.
much.
Look at this
God
pig.
bless America.
Pig.
Thank you.
I better mute it before I get,
what?
copyright. Wow. B-Scoop,
What?
you did not know
No.
that was going to be an entertaining Saturday afternoon.
Wow.
Talk about stupid.
Yikes.
One of the stupidest people I think I've ever. Oh. I should have had him as a gingerbread man. Oh, I can't get away from him.
I don't know what he said.
Not one word. What
Neither
did he
do they.
say? Look at
Fight.
him.
I heard the word
he's a pickle.
fight. Great.
Yeah.
And you stole an election, yet he won. So go figure.
I think he stole it.
Is that what he's saying? He stole the election? Or?
I think so. I think he's admitting it.
Nobody
Guess
cares.
we'll put on. Oh my God. Where's this?
Oh,
Hi, everybody.
hello. If you're there.
We're on Pope Watch. We don't know if the Pope is popped.
Not yet. I'm monitoring.
I'm glad B-Scoop is monitoring and producing behind the scenes. And as you can see, this was a picture from the first nightmare. MAGA Pope, MAGA Trump with Pope, and the Pope was mega mad. Did you ever see the funny gif they made of this picture with the Pope slapping his hand away?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Oh, God, is that great. So, yeah, CPAC. Wow, the conservatives really outdone themselves this time.
So they accomplished nothing so far at 8 weeks. They're saying.
It sounds like it. Sounds like they haven't done one
Other than go after
thing.
10 people that are categorized as trans. So.
Yeah, well, let's get the important
And those 10
things
people
done.
were already interviewed, and they said, "What are you talking about? Who cares?" Nothing's changed for me, they said.
Honestly. I don't understand it. Oh, here's one.
Well, like they say, it looks good. It sounds good.
Yeah. And it's stirring everybody up.
Well, it stirs the pots and pans that we need stirred.
Yeah, ratings. People don't know the difference. Oh, that's interesting. That full picture or this one.
Right.
It goes like that. Oh, I see. There's different ones.
Go have your pretzels.
How did you know that he was going to start doing the dirty talk with the trans?
I had a feeling. I said, I got to get it up so it's ready to go. And I said, because I'm over here like a fool trying to monitor the Vatican right now. And I said, let me get it up there in the time. And I said, oh, it's golden.
It's golden. Well, I was going to say, since we have been on for a little more than an hour and nothing has really happened on the Pope, why don't we?
No, it's very quiet.
Let's put a pin in this one, and maybe I'll even upload it. We'll come back if something happens. Yeah, because I'm kind of still in my robe, and I want to have a little something to eat. Get my my strength. Okay,
4 o'clock
sounds
on
good.
the East Coast.
4 o'clock. We're signing out, but we'll
Perfect.
see you soon. All right.